Hi guys! Oh god, don't know what happened to my voice then. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me as always. Today I want to talk to you about facing your fears. So guys, we have a superpower. We have a superpower which is called choice. We can make a decision. We can decide things. We can choose which side of the room we're going to sit on in a heated debate. We can decide how we feel about a situation. We can choose how to live our lives. Unless we let fear take over. If we let fear take over, then ultimately our choices are taken away and fear decides those choices, which is a crippling thought because you're letting yourself be controlled by an emotion that ultimately just wants to hold you here. It just wants to keep you in safety at home where there's no risks, there's no opportunities, there's no enlightenment, there's no growth. You're just stuck. When you're letting that fear control your life, you're ultimately letting it choose your destiny for you. That's horrible, guys. That's horrible. We don't want that. Because when the fear is strong, we miss out. We miss out on the things that could be incredible in our lives, that could be the making of us, that could be the opportunities that really, really make us grow as humans and make us better people. So I want you guys to listen to this video, and whenever you feel that fear emerge, I want you to come back and watch this video, and I want you to listen to the words. I want you to demonstrate what I'm explaining in this video so that you can come to terms with these fears and you can start to deal with them and tackle them and see them for what they are. Because most of the time, the fear is just a choice. The fear is just a choice that you have made that allows that fear to become so overwhelming and become so massive in your life. So hold tight, guys. I'm going to talk to you about how I deal with these and how it works for me. Sorry, I'm fucking shaking and I don't know why. I'm having a moment, guys. I'm having a moment. I'm nervous because I'm sitting here and I've got the window open and I'm worried that people are going to hear me. Oh, it's just a joke. Fear, guys, fear. This is where it's at, okay? So I'm going to continue and hopefully this is going to go somewhere. So the idea here is, oh my God, I can't even talk. Right, start again. Now, there's been several moments in my life where I have let fear take control and I've let it basically leave me sitting at home with nothing but regret and nothing but, why? Why didn't I do that? Why didn't I go? It's stuff like, oh, I could have been going to that audition today, but I turned it down because I was too scared. I was too nervous. It could be, oh, I was going to go to that college opening day today. Yeah, that was going to happen and now it's not because the fear has taken over me. It's shit, guys. I don't want that to be my story. I don't want to be sat here consumed by that fear and let it hold me back. I just don't want that to happen. It's a horrible, horrible feeling when you let it take control. So guys, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to let it take control. You can take control yourself and you can say, no, I don't want to feel like that. And this, guys, is how I got good at facing my fears and feeling it and going at it anyway, doing what I want to do anyway, because it ultimately is only going to open up doors for me. I just try to rationalize the fear and try and think about, okay, yeah, I feel anxious, but if I take a few deep breaths, I'll feel a lot better. And I'll be able to tackle it with a screwed on head and I'll be able to feel amazing whilst I'm doing it. So Guys, this is how I do it anyway. I'm gonna stop with that. I'm gonna try and tell you exactly how I do this. So when you come up against fear, you feeling it, and it's in your stomach, it's in your gut, you can feel it through your veins, you're absolutely terrified about an opportunity that has come up that ultimately could change your life. It might be something as big as that, it might be something that actually it's just something as small as, you know, just pop into the shop to get your milk. When you feel that fear, that's when I need you to prepare. I need you to sit down with yourself and understand your fear and understand where it's coming from. Understand what it is that is making that fear tick and keep going. I want you to sit with yourself and I want you to think about the opportunity or the trip to the shops that you're so nervous about. I want you to sit with it, okay? Sit with it. Go through in your head the reasons why this might be striking up this fear. Is it because you're going into a situation that you've never been in before? Is it the fear of the unknown? Is it fear of, oh, you might see somebody? You might see somebody you know? Is it you might trip up the pavement? Is it? Oh, it could be any number of reasons, guys, but this is what I want you to sit with. I want you to sit with that fear. I want you to understand it. I want you to nitpick it and pull it apart and find the causes of this fear. Once you've sat with it for a little while, I want you to see the situation. I want you to see the opportunity that you've been given here, or the shop, you know, where you're going, what you're going to do. I want you to look at that as a whole. And I want you to see what the outcomes are. I want you to see what is going to happen or what's likely to happen. And I want you to see where you fit in that. Where do you fit? Where do you sit in that situation? In all of those outcomes, where do you sit? Does it give you fire? Does it make you feel excited? Does it make you feel like, yes, I'm going to achieve something? Is it going to make you feel like, yes, I'm going to have a cup of tea because I've got my milk from the shop? How is it going to make you feel? How are all of these outcomes gonna make you feel at the end of it? And if you don't know, that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to know right this second. Sit with yourself a little bit longer. Take that time. Analyse the reasoning. Analyse the situations. Analyse the opportunities that you have staring you in the face. Now, if you're sure that this is something that you want to do, if this is absolutely, you really need to get that milk because you really, really need a cup of coffee right now. If you have an amazing opportunity, this opportunity is just, you know, it's life-changing. Is it something that you want? Is it something that you've been working for? Is it something that ultimately is going to make your life better in the long run? And if the answer is yes, then feel the fear. Feel the fear in your bones, in your veins, in your head, in your stomach, in your gut. Feel it. Feel it and sit with it. Use that fear. Use that fear. Sit there shaking like I am. I mean, I'm not quite that bad, but seriously, I am shaking. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Because amazing things can come from these opportunities. And do you know what? If it is just popping down the shop, you might bump into someone. You might bump into somebody. And that somebody might actually make your day. They might actually change your life too. These little opportunities in our lives, they don't necessarily come about just because somebody handed them to us. Sometimes it is just about us feeling that fear and doing it anyway. Now, when you first do this, it's going to feel completely unnatural. It will, because we're so used to sitting with that fear and just holding on to it and not actually putting that energy into anything else. And you're going to feel really unnatural when you try to change that fear into excitement and into passion. But once you get to that point where you can change it around. You just change it around. You make it in your head a positive thing. You don't look at the negatives, you look at the positives, the things that could come out of this. You can look at the things that you might lose out of this situation, but chances are, guys, there's not going to be anything there to lose. You're going to have everything to gain. So sit with the fear, hold the fear, nurture it like a baby, and turn it into passion, turn it into excitement, and push that energy into something positive that ultimately could change your life. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You can't tell what's going to happen in the future, but ultimately, your future self will deal with that. But right now, you just need to make that decision to either hold on to that fear for what it is, or you can hold on to that fear and you can transition that into passion and excitement for the opportunity that lies ahead of you. Even if it is just popping to the shops. Sometimes it is just a case of taking a step back. Reassess everything. Sit with it. Understand it. Understand where it's coming from. This isn't just about fear, guys. This is about anything. If you're overly happy about something, sit with it. Sit with it and find out why. Understand yourself a little bit more. And ultimately, guys, you will get there. You will figure out what makes you tick, and you will understand what makes your fear tick, what makes your happiness tick, what makes all of your emotions tick. So sit with yourselves, guys. Sit with yourselves and work out what it is that is making you feel the way that you're feeling. Like I say, guys, this is what I do for fear, but I also do this for happiness. I do this for sadness. I do it for ultimately any emotion I'm feeling. I sit with myself and I work out why I feel this way. And when I know why, I can then rationalize it and I can make it make sense in my head. And then I can keep pushing on and I can keep making things good. I can keep making things amazing in my life because I keep pushing through that fear. I keep pushing through that fear and putting it into excitement and passion. And that ultimately is what keeps me making these videos. I'm terrified, guys. I'm always terrified when I switch the camera on. I've literally been sat here for about 4 hours with that fear. I've been sat for 4 hours, guys, with that fear. And I'm still doing it. I'm still here. I'm still doing it. But I feel because it's a current affair for me. This is something that's happening right this second. I'm terrified. I'm shaking. I'm anxious. And everything is telling me, switch the camera off and go and sit on the sofa and watch Grey's Anatomy. Well, I'm not going to, because I've changed that fear. Although I'm still anxious, I've changed that fear into my passion, and I've changed that fear into my drive to make people's lives easier and help them understand what's going on the inside. The stuff that we can't see, the stuff that, you know, it's supposed to be fictitious. This stuff that goes on in here, it doesn't matter. Yes, it does, guys. I'm here to tell you, yes, it fucking does. So take that control back and look at yourself. Look at what's going on inside. Understand yourself a little bit better just by sitting with your emotions. Sit with yourself. Take the time. I promise you, you will not regret it. It might take time. It might take weeks, it might take a couple of hours, it might take months, it might take years. But ultimately, if you sit with yourself, you will find yourself, you will find your instincts, and you will find what drives you and what makes you you. So just do it. Just sit with yourself. I'm going to repeat it God knows how many times on this channel, guys. I really am. But sit with yourself. Take that time. Make that time. And that's it, guys. I mean, that's literally it. Just sit with yourself. Sit with your emotions. Understand yourself a little bit more. Understand what makes you tick, what makes your emotions tick. But guys, if you found this useful, if you enjoyed this video, if you've enjoyed any of my other videos, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I will be posting videos up every 2 weeks, and that's on Sundays at 10 AM. Like I say, it's every 2 weeks, so if there isn't one next week, it will be the week after that. But subscribe, and then you'll be notified of when I post up a new video. Guys, I do like to give you some helpful links in my description, so do make sure that you head down to the description and have a look at the links there. There will be things to help you. And on all of my videos. So if you haven't done it on other videos, go and have a look at them now. And why not watch them again? Watch them again. But once you get through this, guys, please make sure that you celebrate. Make sure that you praise yourself for doing a good job. And let me know as well. Let me know so I can celebrate with you, because we need to celebrate our successes. As little as they are, we need to celebrate those little successes. So celebrate, guys, and celebrate in the comments so I know that you're doing good. And thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see you guys really soon. You take care of yourselves. Goodbye.